everybody. This is Angela from Texas, and you're listening to 5 Picks and a Chick featuring El Gato. This is the show that gives you 5 NFL picks for people who love football and friendly wagering. Today we are joined by our special guest, Alex. Thanks for being with us, Alex.
Hey, El Gato, Angela, thanks a lot for having me. Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, last week I went 3-2, and El Gato went 3-2 with a bonus bet win as well. Not too bad, El Gato. What are your thoughts?
I like that. I like being in the green at the end of the week, and we both had some good picks, and some of the games didn't fall our way, but when you leave an NFL Sunday with a winning record, that's always good. Love it.
Yep, sounds good. The season record, if you want to know, for me, it is 28 wins, 31 losses, and 1 push. And for you are definitely in the green. You've got 31 wins, 28 losses, and 1 push. So not too bad there.
I'll take it.
All right. All right. Well, my first pick this week is going to be Steelers plus 2.5 at Carolina Panthers. The reason I like this pick is both teams are playing good football in the later stages of the football season. However, Carolina comes out of the weak NFC South, and this is the first game they are actually favored. Carolina is also the 3rd worst offense in the NFL. So with that being said, I will take more experienced Pittsburgh Steelers team with Tomlin at the helm. What are your thoughts on that, El Gato?
On that, Angela, I'm gonna go on the other side of that pick. True that Steelers have been playing some good football. Of course, they have a strong running game, always a solid defense. Unsure if Pickett's going to play as a starter, as he still might be under concussion protocol. But Trubisky is also he's serviceable. He's been playing pretty well, not making too many mistakes as in the past. But Carolina has come on ever since getting rid of Baker Mayfield. Darnold has been playing well, has been managing the game, not making too many turnovers. Their running game is solid with Deonta Foreman in the backfield. You have 2 strong running games against each other. Carolina with some momentum here in the latter stages of the season. Carolina playing at home. I'll take that minus 2.5. Carolina by field goal. It'll be a field goal game, I think.
All right. What are your thoughts, Alex?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is an interesting one. You have AFC, NFC both in the hunt, sitting at 5-8, and particularly for Carolina, we Seattle's loss last night really put some, an opportunity. Still in the hunt, right? And so I do like Carolina also as well with their last 2 wins. Also, so I think I'd lean more towards Carolina on this one.
All right, sounds good. My second pick is going to be the Bengals minus 3.5 at Tampa Bay Bucks. This is a matchup between Joe Burrow and Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a seasoned veteran, but that won't help him in this game. Burrow is clicking on all cylinders. Brady is missing a few. The Bucks offense is non-existent. Even though the Bengals are going into this game with some injuries, this Bengals team should be able to outscore Tampa's inept offense. Burrow and the Bengals cover. What are your thoughts, Alex, on this game?
Well, I tell you what, my son's a Tom Brady fan. I tend to lean towards Tom Brady as well, but your analogy is spot on. The Bengals are probably one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. And Joe Burrow said it pretty clearly. I'm Joe, he's Tom. And so that kind of gives you the attitude of the whole locker room there going forward. So I tend to agree with you on the Bengals on this one.
All right. What are your thoughts, El Gato?
Yeah, I'm with both of you on this one. I like the Bengals. They've been playing some solid football these last 6 weeks. I don't know what was the fire that or the switch that turned them on after that slow 4-game start at the start of the season. Probably a lot of their offensive line got healthy and their running game started getting going, and Burrow quit. He didn't suffer as many sacks. But yeah, you're right. The Bengals are just playing solid. Tampa Bay I don't know what's happened to them these last 4 or 5 games. They've just, they had some dramatic comeback wins, but those wins may have just been they had some underlying issues that were evident. So even with their strong defense, I'm going to go ahead and take the hot team right now, the team that's playing better. It's that playoff run now, so the Bengals, playing, having to keep up with the top teams in the AFC. I'll take the Bengals minus 3.5. If you can buy it down to just a field goal to avoid that hook, that's even better.
Yeah, I like that buy down by 0.5 point. So I like that. I'm glad we all agree on that one. Do you have a third pick for us, Alex?
Hey, I'll tell you what. My pick for the week is going to be the Vikings at the Colts. Vikings are looking to clinch the NFC North with a win this week. In the final stretch, four games remaining in the season. Cousins, although lost at Detroit, had one of his best games last week. Jefferson at the wide receiver position is really wrapping up the yardage and the receptions. So he's on point, I'm sorry. And the weak link here, of course, will be the pass defense on the Vikings. They're tied for most reception and yards allowed. So although with that negative side of the Vikings, I still think the Vikings come out ahead of the Colts on the -4. Playing Jeff Saturday on Saturday with Matt Ryan. He already made a decision. Matt Ryan's going to finish out the season, it looks like. And his wide receivers with Pittman, Pierce, and Campbell out there are still on the points, just not getting up there and on a losing streak of 3. So pick for me would be the Vikings and -4.
All right. Do you have any thoughts on this game, Elgato?
Yeah, I'm with Alex on this one. I'll take the Vikings. The Colts are coming off a bye week, but with Matt Ryan still at quarterback, he's he creates a lot of problems for the Colts defense, and the reason I say that is that he's not quite a turnover machine, but he just makes mistakes. It seems at the wrong times on the opponent's side of the field. That being said, the Vikings get back 2 starters on the offensive line that were missing last week. They get back their all-pro safety on the back end to kind of solidify, that passing game defense where they're a little deficient, as Alex mentioned. Vikings trying to lock down that division title, still in the hunt for that home field, which I think is important for the Vikings. I don't think they want to be playing in Philadelphia in the winter, late winter in the cold. And they're, an indoor team. They had a lot of questionable calls. I think a few of them that didn't go their way against the Lions. Otherwise, maybe they could have pulled that one out. Maybe not cover, but certainly win that game. I think Vikings are a solid pick at -5. I'll take Vikings.
All right. Well, I am going against you guys. I like Indy in this game getting 4. Viking defense is letting up 30-plus points a game over their last 4 games. They've been outgained by 600 yards over that span. Outside of that fourth quarter meltdown against the Cowboys, they've been competitive in their recent outings. So I like Indy getting 4. All right. Well, do you have a 4th and 5th pick for us, Elgato?
I do. I've got Buffalo at -7 against the Dolphins. This is probably going to be another weather game in Buffalo. Snow and ice or sleet are expected once again, as they did last week. The Bills are playing some really good football. They're not as dominating as they were last year or maybe earlier in the season, but they're doing enough to win. Their defense is solid. They're offensively, they're attacking the short game, the short passing game with their tight end and the receivers out of the backfield. And then they do that occasional deep route to Diggs, to extend or to, change or flip field position and to keep drives going. Dolphins, on the other hand, they're playing their 3rd straight road game. Tua plays much better at home. He doesn't play as well on the road. I'm going to take the Bills on this one. I think they're playing also for home field advantage. Got to keep up with Kansas City. I don't think they want to play Kansas City in the playoffs again in Kansas City. So I think the Bills play with some urgency to try to solidify their division, create some space between them and the Dolphins. I'll take Buffalo. -7, better if you can get it at -6.5.
All right. Any thoughts on this game, Alex?
Hey, I'm right there with El Gato on this one. I'll take the -7. This is going to be another great game. Bills are in position to clinch a playoff berth at home with a win. It's interesting. Tua says that he's not focused on the weather. He's focused on the field between the lines. That's great until you get hit in 20-degree weather and snow. He'll probably change his thought process there.
Yep.
But, if you look at, I think it was last week's game, I thought I read a story about they had heaters on the sideline in 50-degree weather. So
Yeah.
I'm not too sure how much the heaters are going to help them this time.
Yeah.
But I'm right there with El Gato on the -7. I'll take that all day long.
Love it.
Yep. Well, I am also with you on this pick. I think weather is going to be a factor. I think it will affect Miami Dolphins' play. So I would think that, yes, weather will be a factor. This is going to be the Dolphins' third straight road game. This is the Dolphins' second straight loss. And the last two games, Tua has struggled. He's struggling right now, so I think the Bills' defense will dominate in this game. Josh Allen will play like Josh Allen, so go Buffalo Bills, -7.
Love it. I'll take that.
All right, what's your fifth pick for us?
Well, I've got the Chargers and Titans with this upcoming pick. I'm going to take the Chargers over 46, and the reason I'm going to take the over on this one is we got the Chargers with their two starting wide receivers, back fully healthy was the last report I read with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. I think Herbert's going to throw the ball all over the field against the Titans' poor pass defense. On the other hand, the Chargers have a very poor run defense, and that suits well with Derrick Henry and the Titans. I think both offenses, at least in my view, are just going to be going up and down the field. I think a lot of touchdowns are going to be scored. Maybe this last team who has the ball will win it. I'll take the over on this one. 46, better if you can get it at 45.5.
All right. Do you have any opinion on this game, Alex?
After my friendly wager last night, losing on the 49ers and the freaking Seattle Seahawks under, I go with Chargers. Their win last week, putting up 23. Titans in a loss, putting up 22, and coming back off of that and see where that ends up. I think Tannehill's is starting for Titans, right? So Tannehill, yeah. So and that being an A&M product, by the way, just throwing that out there. I do kind of like the over here as well. Still sticking to the over 46.
All right. Well, I don't have an opinion on the over-under on this game, but I would take Tennessee getting 3, even though the game is in L.A. Tennessee sits atop their division, even having lost 3 in a row. Although Chargers won last week, they have been unable to put back-to-back wins while dealing with injuries. Look for Tennessee to get back on track with Derrick Henry in the run game. So I'll take Tennessee getting 3.
All right.
All right.
Like a good pick.
Do you have a bonus bet for us, El Gato?
I do, and it's going to be the podcast parlay. And what I'm going to do on this one, as a friendly wager, of course, is do a simple money line 3-team parlay. I'll take Alex's Vikings. I'll take my Bills. And I'll take Angela's Bengals. Parlay those on a money line bet. Simple $25 wager. Will help you collect 48 at the window. So
sounds good.
Go with that.
Sounds good. I like that. What about you, Alex?
Shoot, I'm all over that. As we were talking about it, I'm already thinking about a parlay, and I had wrote down a couple of options. So, that's one of them exactly spot on. So I'm all over that one. In fact, I'll walk down the hall here and make that happen.
Yeah, he says walk down the hall. We are in New Orleans, loving it. So this recording is coming from New Orleans.
Angela, always traveling all over the country. Love it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, do you have any final comments, Alex?
No, I appreciate the invite. Had a great time. Look forward to getting into our playoff games here in the next few weeks, and let's see how it goes. I was looking at my Santa Claus list, and it says Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl. So we'll see what happens there.
All right, I hope so. Any final comments, Elgato?
No, just another looking forward to another great NFL Sunday, and it's now a sprint to the finish line in the playoffs, and positioning teams positioning themselves either to win the division or get in a wild card spot. All games matter now. All possessions. A 1-point win is a win with these teams. They don't need to blow out anybody, but it's a sprint to the finish.
Yeah, I'm excited. I am ready. All right. Well, thank you for listening to 5 Picks and a Chick. Be sure to tell your friends about us. Also, hit the subscribe button on your YouTube channel as well as that like button. Thank you again to Alex for joining us today. Make sure to join us next week. As always, thank you to Elgato for being part of 5 Picks and a Chick. 1, 2, 3, break.